Hey everyone, welcome to this space. Welcome to this new moon. As I'm giving you guys this reading, it is not the new moon yet, but we are very close. We are a couple days away. So some of you guys may be watching this as soon as it's uploaded. Some of you guys may be watching the day of the new moon, and some of you guys are going to be watching this possibly sometime after. Either way, we are entering Scorpio season. It is a very eventful season. It is a very eventful time when it comes to stepping into a realm that feels very mysterious and maybe even a little bit dark. But being in the dark is not always bad, right? So we're going to go ahead and jump into it, you guys. And we are going to begin reading for the sign of, we're going to stick with the water signs for today. And we are going to read for the sign of Scorpio because it is your birthday season. It's only fair. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a dice and pull a few pebbles with symbols on them to see exactly what you may be dealing with. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs. Please check your moon and or rising placements for deeper resonance. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I read for both sidereal and Western astrological charts. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what this new moon in your sign, the new moon in Scorpio, in the month of October of this year has in store for you, and what are some things that you need to focus on? What is the overall energies for Scorpio ancestors of light? Okay. So you received the anchor. I feel like that's kind of fitting for Scorpio, to be honest. That is fitting. There is an element of earth there, even though anchors are attached big time to water, right? But in order to really anchor yourself or ground yourself in the month of, or not just in the month of October, but just for this new moon phase into November, Scorpio, make sure that as you navigate the spirit realm, for those of you who are empaths, healers, spiritual doctors, spiritual practitioners, who have deep intuition or psychic abilities, those of you who connect to the spirit realm in some way, shape, or form, it is very important to understand that you need earth energy during this new moon phase. You need earth energy to hold on to. But that earth also has to be very firm in order for it to hold on to you and to ground you. Okay? So if the foundations that you're building in the month of October are not on like firm, you can't really expect what you build on top of that foundation or on top of that ground to last. That could be relationships, careers, anything involving money, your health, your confidence, whatever. Anchor yourselves on firm ground. If you try to anchor yourselves in relationships that do not have a firm foundation, sometimes you have to modify the ground before you can grow anything in that ground, right? Before you can expect a garden to grow from it. If you are anchoring yourself or trying to create security or expecting security and stability within your life or within a relationship during this new moon phase into November, and there is no stable foundation there, you're setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment. You're setting yourself up for some emotional turmoil. And if you want to avoid that, once again, take your time, slow down, look at your foundation. Make sure that it's going to last. Okay? And some of you may be looking at your relationships and realizing, oh, we got to start over, or we need to start from square one, whatever. We need to go back to the drawing board. That's annoying. That's annoying. You know, when you've had your mind set on something, it looked good, it felt good. And this could have been something that began last year. And then you get to the new moon in your sign, you get to this new moon and you're like, man. Some of you guys may come to the conclusion, like, I've just wasted my time. And whatever that means for you, whatever you wasted your time on, or you feel you wasted your time on, a relationship, whatever, a job, helping a friend or a family member. Maybe you opened yourself up to someone in your life. Doesn't have to be romantic, it can be. Maybe you've just been helping somebody and you realize, man, I've just really been wasting my time with this person. Because they're not growing from the help that you give them. They're just using you. So maybe there's some people in your life, or a person or a situation, where you just feel bamboozled. So this is a time to anchor yourself. This is a time, you know, if there's a lot of fish in the sea, there's a lot of opportunity out there. But you first kind of have to stop yourself and observe to see what kind of fish. Is it the fish that you're looking for? That's the question. Because if it's not, why are you settling? Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's something that you guys have been on a journey. This has been a lot of work for the past maybe year, for the past six months, for the past month, whatever. There's something that you have poured your energy into, someone that you poured your energy into. You have the prickly pear and you have prepper. So there's definitely something that a while ago you made quite the effort. There is something that you really want in your life, and there may have been a circumstance where there was someone else involved, or a job involved, or whatever, and you were very resilient, you were very vigilant about it. You have the prickly pear and the prepper, and they're both campfire energies. So you've been kind of, you know, camping out a little bit in this situation, whatever situation it is. You've kind of been camping out with somebody, or waiting for someone to improve. You've been waiting. Maybe you've been, there's something, okay, there's a lot that I'm getting. Scorpio, there's something that you have been like, you packed everything, you're prepared, and you're just like, okay, anytime now. This should be here anytime. This should be, I should see results. But I'm getting that you're not seeing results. You're not seeing results. You haven't seen results. At least not the results that you had prepped yourself for. You may realize that you kind of packed a little bit too much, because this situation that you're in, or whatever situation you're dealing with, it's not you're realizing it's not really gonna last without certain efforts being put in either on your part or someone else's part. Maybe you're realizing that you need to move and you're just like, yeah, this place is not my home, at least not anymore for some of you. Some of you guys have really gone through a lot, and you guys have kind of grown these spikes or thorns. You guys have a lot of protection around you. You are very resilient. You are very alert. Nothing really gets past your radar, okay? But despite all of that, you have some fruit that are growing. You have some flowers that are growing finally during this, you know, new moon phase. You can feel it. You feel that there's something different inside of you, maybe spiritually, maybe emotionally during this new moon. You're feeling, okay, maybe you feel better, or maybe you're starting to feel a little bit worse about something. And you're like, I would say whatever you're feeling, believe it. Embrace it. Don't fight it. Don't try to make something more than what it is. Don't try to make something less than what it is. Just look at it and take it for what it is, based on what it is that you're feeling inside. So if you're feeling, and I'm really getting that you guys are leaning more towards, you're kind of feeling a little bit disappointed in something, or you've been feeling disappointed in a relationship, something. Ooh, sorry. I don't want this card to fly out of my hands. Okay. So you received Leo, the 12th house in Leo. That's what you ended up getting. You have leadership, philanthropy. Ooh. There's something that you're dealing with. Look at your 12th house. If you have Leo placements, check that out. But look at your 12th house, because there's something as far as your involvement in a situation. There may have been somebody that you gave money to and you supported them. You know, you wanted to see them thrive, but you're also may have realized that that person does not have the same tendencies towards you, Scorpio. Especially those of you who have Leo in your chart. You guys may really, really love to support people and you want to see people shine, but they don't necessarily care about doing the same for you. Okay, so be careful. There's been a lot that's been going on with your life up until now, up until this new moon, okay, up until your season. And you carry a lot of weight when it comes to authority, Scorpio. You carry a lot of weight when it comes to, there's just this energy of intimidation for some of you, where some people just don't understand you. They don't understand the power that you possess and that you wield. And so it could be very difficult for someone or a number of people in your life to really connect with you the way you would like for them to connect with you. And maybe you're kind of feeling that there is some type of pattern in your life, in relationships or with money or a job, where you have something in the palm of your hands or both of your hands, and for some reason somehow it crumbles and you don't have it anymore, and you have to move on to the next best thing, or the next average thing, I don't know, the next thing. Let's see what kind of advice comes out of this, because we're going to pull some tarot after these oracle messages, but I'm just getting that you're learning to put the puzzle pieces together, and realizing how that is looking, what that's looking like as a whole masterpiece or a whole piece. You may not have all of the answers right off the bat. But you're seeing the big picture of when it comes to a relationship or when it comes to business. And I think that that's kind of important for you, Scorpio. You just need to see the big picture first before you embrace anything. That way it's easier for you to navigate that situation for the better or for the worse, you know, whether it means you are actually in a long-term situation and it works out for the long term, or it's just a situation that you just kind of have to let go. Whatever it is, this is a year number 9 and this is a month number 1. Okay. There are a lot of endings happening this year, Scorpio. And as those endings happen, you have to continue to move forward towards your new beginnings this month in October. We all do, but if there's a relationship that you're realizing like this is just not going to work out and I'm ready to move or I'm ready to leave, and when you actually go through that process, you may feel very disappointed and very sad because you're just feeling, why is it that I can't just have something for the long term? Why can't certain things that I want last? Because you are not stepping back and looking at the big picture before you jump into something. You have to build on a firm foundation, Scorpio. That is a must. You cannot drop your anchor into the water and it hit the ground underwater and the ground is breaking up. It's not keeping the ship, it's not pulling the ship in place. It's breaking up and the anchor is just being dragged with, you know, the ship is dragging the anchor through the dirt. That's not sturdy ground. So if you dropped your anchor in a situation and you're just like, okay, I should be able to feel comfortable, I should be able to camp out here and make a home and feel at home here. If you haven't paid attention, or you have been paying attention to people's actions and it has shown you that they are not actions that are conducive to security and stability, that's something you need to let go of. That's something that you need to walk away from, because you don't have to, but it's definitely something that, you know, is going to continue to repeat in your life until you get to that point where you're like, okay, let me just stop myself. Let me just look at who I'm getting involved with. Let me look at what I'm getting myself into. Right? You guys may need to go out and travel, meet new people, right? Okay, so you have your answer can be no. Reconnect with the real world. So you guys may need to go on a vacation. You guys may need to go out and see what the world really is like. Maybe you guys have been stuck in a situation for far too long, and it's time for you, it's kind of time for you to venture out, because somebody or something has kind of had you locked up energetically. Okay? Getting off your phone, create a phone-free zone. You might have to get off your phone for a while. Yeah, create an avalanche of appreciation. So look at what you've already accomplished in your life. Look at the people, places, and things that actually have been giving to you, giving back to you, who actually have been tried and true, who have been with you for the long term. Pay attention to that. So the things in your life, Scorpio, that had, like, it could be a pet. It could be a sibling, it could be a parent or both parents. It could be a family member of any kind. It could be a friend. It could be your significant other. It could be a job that you had for years, okay? Or a career path. Whatever it is, if there's anything in your life, Scorpio, that has lasted up until now, and it is tried and true, and has not disappointed you, okay? Doesn't matter what kind of trust issues you have. If there's someone or people or places and things that have been tried and true, and you're just like, I can trust that person, I can rely on that person every time, focus on those energies. And then as you move forward, look for those energies and make sure that they are tried and true. That's going to take time. Prince of Wands, there's that fire. There's Sagittarius and Leo. There's Leo there with the Queen of Wands. So some of you guys have strong Leo in your chart, or Sagittarius. You shine very bright. Again, you may be very intimidating to people. And that's why the people that you befriend, the people that you support, that you want to support you back, they have to have that same energy. They have to have that same energy. You guys might actually be able to open up your own business by next year, if not now. Okay? You guys move very quickly. You guys are, you know, you guys don't mess around. You don't just sit around and wait for people. You actually are like, listen, I'm out if you can't get it together. So I think that's kind of a good thing, right? This protected you up until this point, right? Yeah, we have change. So yeah, you are prone to change, Scorpio. You are prone to change. So get ready for change again. Get ready for change again, because the people that are surrounding you, they don't like change. They like to pretend that they like change, but they don't. They want things to be the same. And there's something about your energy as well, Scorpio, for some of you, when you enter a room or a facility or a company or a business or whatever, there is a site type of energy that you bring to the room that people have never felt before, and they don't know how to react to it. That's also what I'm getting for some of you. Maybe not all of you, but some of you. Okay. So I'm really getting very positive energy for you guys during this new moon, Scorpio. However, it's going to be a really tough time for you if you don't realize people's hidden tendencies. If you just kind of look at people at face value, which is fine, but if you are not following your gut, you're not following your spirit, that's telling you, okay, this person is not really, you know, what they say they are. So if you're looking at social media and looking at someone on the outside and thinking that, oh, they're cool people, that might not be the case. If you have been the one giving more and shining and being the bright light in the room, but other people have not embraced you and just kind of looked at you like, oh, like, wow, like, that's interesting. That's because they have some type of jealous tendency towards you, Scorpio. They're intimidated by that energy, especially those of you guys who have Leo and Sagittarius in your chart. The people that you are trying to give your energy to lately, especially at work, they don't appreciate what you're doing. Okay? You have to appreciate what you're doing, and you have to make sure that the people that have been tried and true in your life appreciate you. Okay? Let's pull a pebble. Okay, I see energy vampire. That is an energy vampire. Plant your seeds. And you have a dress and a hat. So I'm just getting that you need to go out and look good. Continue to go out and look good. That might trigger somebody. That's what I'm getting. But you need to go out and look good. Continue to work your magic, Scorpio. Don't give up on yourself during this new moon. There is this, you know, vampire, lips of a vampire. So I do get energy vampire from this one. So you may have some people that surround you that they just suck your energy dry. Dress up, look good, put on your makeup. If you wear makeup, have a nice hairdo, go get your hair cut, go get your hair done, colored, whatever. Put on your best during this new moon phase into your season, okay? And even into Sagittarius season, because make sure you're planting your seeds on the right, on rich ground, in rich soil. Stop looking for flowers and fruit in desolate places. Okay? And stop planting your seed on desolate ground. Leave those people alone. Pull your energy back. Stop giving your money to those people. Stop supporting those people if they're not supporting you. Okay? Stop answering those people's phone calls. You may have some people who are being passive aggressive at work, or people who are being passive aggressive in your friendship group or in your family. I don't know. Okay? Lift yourself up. Continue to stay in your high ground. Continue to stay on your throne, on your pedestal. Don't put somebody else up on a pedestal because they didn't ask to be up there. And even if they do, who are they to ask you to put them up on a pedestal? What have they done for you? Keep yourself on the pedestal, Scorpio. But that's what I have for you. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, y'all.